Hi guys, it's Enny, aka the Noctrader, your friendly neighborhood swing trader, back again with another video. And today is Tuesday, the 7th of May 2019. I want to go through some UK and US stocks in my technical analysis report. Let's get straight into it. Now you know what I'm going to ask you to do next. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that alert button to get alerts on all my latest videos. I've got Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at the Noctrader on all social media platforms. I just hit 500 on Instagram, yes. Even though I think quite a lot of them are bots. I don't know why these bots are following me, but hey, let's get some real people following me. Follow my Instagram. Also, if you check the description section below, you'll see a link to my mailing list. If you join my mailing list, you'll get priority access to my free training course that I'm creating for my website. You also get emails weekly of all my latest videos, and also a breakdown on my spreadsheet of my entries, my exits, and the trades I make. Let's get straight into the video. Alright, so today I've got 4 stocks that I'm doing my technical analysis report. Two UK, 2 US. You know I'm going to start first. I'm going to start with the UK stocks. Before I get into this though, check out my latest video in my chart pattern series on bear and bull flags. I explain how you trade them, where to set your stop loss, and how to really capitalize off this pattern when you see it so you can make some good profit. So yeah, just check that video out. Yeah, the first one is KAZ. So last week, before the bank holiday, you know there was a bank holiday yesterday, the 6th of May in the UK. In the US, the markets were open, but yeah, yesterday was a bank holiday. Last week, I entered a short position on KAZ. No, long position on KAZ. I went long on KAZ. And it was because there was a line here at £6, more like £6. And it was an old resistance and new support. As I said before, there's a resistance here, it was a resistance here, and there's a support here, and then there was a support here. So I saw that it's hitting this as a support now. So it was a great position to enter as a long position. I exited that today mainly because at break even I didn't lose anything, but I didn't make anything because I saw a better opportunity elsewhere. But I'll get into that later. I still think this is a good long, and I may re-enter. But I want to put all my money in something else, but I might add some more money, a little bit of money to my account so I can enter another position. But yeah, so this is kind of straightforward. As you can see, resistance, support, and also the 180-day simple moving average has cut below price and looks like it's rising. So that lets me know that looks like price might be on the way up. It's not certain, but it looks like price could be on the way up. If you drill down to the 4-hour chart, or even let's go lower. Let's go to the 1-hour chart. You can see, look, you can see it's staying true to this line here because it's acting as a support, and price hit it, then went up. So now would be a great entry point, or even be a great entry point, and the stop loss would be really tight because you'd be setting a stop loss of about 6 pips, and the gain could be potentially 90, 100 pips. You don't know how high it could go, but if you entered here, there'll be really tight stop loss, so you wouldn't be risking much for who knows how much profit this could make. And that the risk to rewards is going to be really great because 6 pips to make 70, 100 pips. That's probably one of the best risk to reward ratios I've probably entered on a trade because the timing's so right. So yeah, I probably will re-enter this one. Come open the play tomorrow. But the only thing that's making me a little bit not worried, but like on the 1-hour chart, price is going down. On the 180-day simple moving average is going down. On the 4-hour chart, it looks like it's going down. It seems like the daily chart's the only one that looks like it's going up. But you can't discount all the other charts because this price might start going down. So you need to just really take into consideration the fact that on all the shorter time intervals, the 180-day simple moving average is either flat or it looks like it's coming down. So for all I know, this price might break the support. But once again, it's a risk worth taking if there's only 6 pips to really risk for potentially way more pips. I'd rather get it wrong and then lose 6 pips than not enter it and then it can go up. So yeah, so I think this is a good entry point to re-enter again. I exited because I entered the next stock that I'm going to go through, which is IAG. This one I've been talking about for some time as well. I followed this one If you look on the daily chart, descending channel pattern, as we know. I followed this one for quite some time. Even from when it was here, I said it was going to go up. It went up. I plotted this line. I said it was going to hit it. It hit it. And now it's coming down. And I still think it's going to go down to the support line and potentially break it. The reason why I say that is that on the daily chart, the 180-day simple moving average is above price and it's falling. So that tells me price is still on the way down. And this middle support and resistance was hit by price, and now it's been selling off since. And I still think it's got more to go. If anything, so I shorted this. I entered this position as a short position, and I thought it would be better to enter a short position than a long position right now, because if you look at the major indices, the DAX, the Dow Jones, the FTSE, all of them have been selling off, and I like to go in the direction most of the time of where the trend of the market is going, rather than going counter flow, because you're fighting the flow of the market. So what I mean by that is, if the DAX, the Dow Jones, and the FTSE are all selling off, that means these indices are a basket of the top stocks within their countries. So that's telling me that there's been a lot of sell-off in most of the stocks in those countries. So the best position for me to take would be to find short positions right now. So that's why that was my thought process behind exiting KAZ and entering IAG, because I wanted to enter a short position, because I think there'll be more likelihood of success in entering a short position based on the way the market is right now. So yeah, I've shorted this, and I'm hopefully going to short it down to the line, which will be about £4.93, and I expect it to break out here, break out the support, but I would probably take half my profit and see what happens, because it might rebound and then come back up for all I know. But I do think it's going to break out of here. If you go into the 2-hour chart, yeah, just kind of more of the same really. The 4-hour and the daily chart is where most of the good information is on this. But yeah, so I'm just gonna ride this down to the support line, and then I'll decide from there what I want to do, whether I want to take all my profits or I want to see if it can go any further low. Now, after my US stocks, my 2 US stocks, I've got Do. Where is that? Do, which is Diamond Offshore Drilling. So it's kind of like a horizontal channel pattern. It's kind of a weak one because it's broken out of it. It's a false breakout and then come back down. It's not the strongest one, but I thought it's hit the support, and it looks like it's double bottomed at the support line on the 4-hour chart. So it's hit it, bottomed again. So what I would like to see is for price to break out above the 15-day exponential moving average, which is this purple line. I would like price to break above it, come back down, consolidate on top of it, and treat it as a support, and then I'd probably enter for a long position. Yeah, so there's nothing more to it than that. It's a horizontal channel pattern that's at support and could potentially break out to the upside. And if you look at the daily MACD and RSI, both oversold, overbought. No, oversold. So the RSI is oversold. The MACD is in negative territory, and hopefully I'd like to see it just start coming up and climbing up now. But yeah, no position to be taken yet until I see some bullish momentum. The 180-day simple moving average on the daily chart is coming downwards, but I don't think it's too much of an issue right now, because it's, we just want to see what this does. If it breaks out of the support line, then I'll just ignore this trade and maybe move on to something else. But if it starts to climb up, then maybe there's a potential to ride it up to the resistance line. And the last one is FNV. So funny enough, on my chart, the ticker symbol is FMV, but I was told by someone that it's CWT for you guys. So yeah, I don't know why. I spoke about this last week in one of my technical analysis reports, and I just said that I wanted to see a little bit more upward motion before I committed to a trade, and I'm glad I did say that, because if you look at the daily charts, as you can see, it's hit the support and it's just lingered. It's not really pushed upwards. And if you drill down to like the 1-hour chart, I plotted these 2 lines, so there was like a kind of a horizontal channel pattern forming. This reminds me of the AMD trade that I entered a while back. Well, not a while back, I think it was last week. But yeah, I wanted the price to break out of $50.61 before I could enter, and it didn't. It kept hitting it 3 times, rejected. So I don't think price has the momentum to really climb right now, because I wanted it to break out of here, and it didn't do that. So that's why I always say, that's why I'm always like very cautious about how I trade long positions or even short positions. You want to see some a strong move to the upside for a long position, and I could have easily entered just on the assumption that it was going to go up, and then it would have sold off, then I would have been in trouble. So I'm glad that I waited for it to break out, and it didn't do that. So potentially it might break out the 4th time, who knows. But right now I'm just waiting it out. If it breaks out to the downside, that means that it's been rejected and the bullish run has come to an end, and maybe it'll start selling off. So I might set an alert I'll set an alert on this line as well. So either way, and it looks like the 180-day simple moving average on the 1 hour chart is acting as a resistance. So it would really need to break out to the upside of that and break $50.61 before any kind of long position could even be thought about being taken. But right now, as it stands, it looks like it might just sell off and break out to the break below the support. But just gonna have to wait it out and see what happens on this one. Yeah, only 4 stocks today, guys. The market's been kind of crazy. Actually, let me show you what I meant. Look at DAX. So on the 4 hour chart, look at this sell off from DAX. Ridiculous. DAX sold off. Look at this sell off. Sold off about 400 pips in 3 days. So DAX has sold off. If you look at the daily chart, look how much it sold off by. That's ridiculous. That's a big amount they sold off in a short amount of time. 400 pips in 3 days. Where's the other one? Yeah, so same with the SPY, the SP 500, sold off 89 pips a 6 day. So there's been major sell-offs in a lot of the big indices, and that's why, as I said, I'm starting to lean towards having a short bias, because unless this might just be a retracement, like it's done it before. It's retraced here, retraced here before it started making new highs. But we'll wait and see. As I said, I can't assume, but as it stands, because there was a big sell-off, I just decided that I'd want to, if I had the choice of 2 positions, I'd go for the one that was a shorting position. So yeah, aka the Noctrader signing out.